This is News Channel 10, the Spirit of Virginia Weekend Edition.
With candles in hand, hundreds gather in Roanoke in memory of the 5 people who perished in this week's devastating apartment fire. And the search goes on for answers in Oregon. Police are shocked by what they've found in the home of the teenager who opened fire, allegedly on his classmates. Good evening, I'm Julie Bragg. Our top story tonight, this Memorial Day weekend, Roanokeers are remembering 5 people killed in Monday's devastating apartment fire. Hundreds gathered together for a candlelight vigil in memory of the 5 who died in the blaze on the 500 block of Church Avenue. News Channel 10's Sade Badaranois was there.
They came from every street corner bearing flowers, tears, and pain for the victims' loss in Monday's fatal fire.
I feel really sad because it was senseless lives took tonight.
Angie Linkas's daughter was killed in the blaze.
And I hope that the people that did this realize that they were someone that they took out, that it matters, and they will be caught for doing this one day.
Hundreds of people came from all over Roanoke to pay their respects. Family members and friends of the victims shared their own personal stories.
Everybody here is showing that people do care in this world for people that die. That they're not just, well, excuse me, they passed away, let's step on to the next agenda. People here really do care.
A tin can was passed around for donations to help those affected by the fire. Angie says the generosity and overwhelming support of people in the neighborhood just amazes her.
It really surprised me that so many people actually care. You know, I wish that Summer would have knew, and Willie Mae, and Bernard, and Percy, and Bob would have knew that there were so many people that did care about them, and maybe they wouldn't have been in this fire trap in the first place.
For this community, the next step is the healing process. They say they hope the memories of this fatal fire will never be forgotten, so a tragedy like this will never happen again. Sade Badaranois, News Channel 10, Roanoke.
Police continue to investigate the cause of the fire and no arrests have been made. Elsewhere, the police officers killed in last week's deadly standoff in Florida are remembered tonight. Family, friends, and fellow officers gathered today to pay tribute to detectives Randy Bell and Ricky Childers. They were holding Henry Carr, the man suspected of a shooting that of a 4-year-old boy. Carr escaped and shot the 2 detectives. After that, he killed a highway patrol officer, then turned the gun on himself. Those in law enforcement and the military aren't the only ones who've died in the line of duty. EMS workers have died on the job as well, 22 since 1981. 3 of them were from Virginia. The first all-volunteer rescue squad started in Roanoke. That was back in 1928. Today, a memorial service downtown. The 22 EMS workers that died were honored.
And you're there to give your right hand with each and every thing that you do. And it does affect us not only physically but mentally when we do this.
Looking out here, I see people from Boston, Massachusetts, and from California, and really all over the country to come and pay tribute to sometimes their friends and co-workers.
This week, Congress made Roanoke the official site for the National EMS Memorial Service. Investigators are still searching the home of the teenager accused of opening fire in an Oregon school this week. Law enforcement is keeping out everyone but neighbors, while investigators continue to collect evidence from the home of 15-year-old Kip Kinkle. So far, they found sophisticated bombs, chemicals, and explosives manuals. Police say Kinkle killed his parents at home, then went to school and opened fire, killing 2 classmates. 7 people are still hospitalized. 2 are in critical condition tonight. A Maryland man is dead after the car he was driving collided with a Martinsville tour bus. Police say 27-year-old Bart Jason was driving in the wrong direction on Interstate 81 in Martinsburg, West Virginia, when he slammed head-on into that tour bus. The bus was taking 34 people from Martinsville to New York for a church outing. 13 passengers on the bus were taken to nearby hospitals. They were all treated and released. A fiery accident near Philadelphia kills 2 people, injures another, and is a nightmare for holiday travelers. It happened around 7 o'clock this morning. A tanker truck flipped, crashed into a pickup truck, then exploded. Both drivers were killed. The bridge where it happened is so damaged that the southbound lanes of Interstate 95 near the Delaware border will be closed for weeks. Life in a nursing home can sometimes be a little lonely, but not now at one local center. Although dogs may be man's best friend, Mittens the cat is quickly befriending patients at the Pulaski Healthcare Center. A local vet donated Mittens a month ago to brighten the spirits of the center's staff and patients.
I just like to know something there, and I just enjoy him. And he just roams around.
He's a beauty, and he's lovable, and he does what he wants to.
Now, Mittens has been living at the center for about a month, and staff members tell us the cat is helping make the center a little more like home. Up next on News Channel 10, Festival in the Park is rocking in Roanoke, and local bikers make tracks to D.C. to join others like them from all over the country for a rally to remember.
You are watching WSLS News Channel 10, Weekend Edition.
Closed captioning on News Channel 10 is brought to you by Carillion Health System.
The most award-winning brand of 4x4s has done it again. Presenting Jeep Grand Cherokee, just named Best Sport Utility. And now you can lease the Leader with a special $299 a month leadership lease. Or get 1.9% financing. Grand Cherokee, highest in owner loyalty. And now named Best Sport Utility. No wonder year after year, Grand Cherokee always winds up on top. See your dealer today while these offers last.
Hey, what's this stuff? I'm not going there! This cheap stuff's not gonna cut it with me! No way!
At your Sherwin-Williams store, you'll get the good stuff at great prices during Sure-Win Days. Now save 30% on all paints and stains. Save 30% on in-stock wallpaper, brushes, rollers, ladders, and more.
Oh, yeah. Now that's the good stuff.
When only the best will do. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
Electricity travels 186,000 miles per second. A shovel is about 5 feet long. If you hit a buried power line, could you let go in time? To avoid a serious or fatal injury, call before you dig to find out the location of AEP's buried power lines. Another smart idea from AEP, America's energy partner.
This is Imagine TV. Look at all this inventory. If we could just think of a big name for a sale, we could get all these clothes out. Clothes out!
Get 1.9% APR or up to $19.75 in total savings on Mountaineer. Lease and we'll waive the security deposit and pay your first month's payment. Also, get additional customer appreciation savings on select Lincoln and Mercury vehicles.
What do you think, the red or the blue?
It's a tie. Till next time, imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Well, it is Memorial Day weekend, so today bikers from all over the country headed to the nation's capital for the 11th annual Rolling Thunder Rally in Washington. At least a dozen riders roared out of Pulaski this morning. This is the 8th year that these local bikers have made the trip to D.C. They're headed to the wall of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial and to the tomb of the unknown soldier.
If we carry it on every year, we let not just the government, but the community and the country know that we're going to support our veterans no matter what, and that we never want to commit any soldier to war without victory in mind.
As many as 250,000 bikers from around the world are expected to show up in D.C. for this year's event. Some one-of-a-kind cars are the main attraction in Bedford, and this is one show that will help keep our kids away from drugs. Dale Earnhardt's car was one of the many cars featured today. There were also award-winning show cars like this 1934 Ford. A pristine 1972 Monte Carlo was there. That is one of her 63 awards. The proceeds benefit the DARE program.
It's a good program. Good to keep your youngsters out of trouble. I really enjoyed being up here today. I came Patrick Springs just to be here for this.
The Bedford Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program, better known as DARE, has helped nearly 1,000 students this year learn how to live free from drugs, alcohol, and violence. Not all Memorial Day weekend fun is at the beach or at a backyard barbecue. Hundreds of people descended upon Roanoke's Elmwood Park for food, crafts, and live music. Festival in the Park began 29 summers ago, and it's back this week. It's become an annual tradition for this man who's been selling birdhouses for years.
Too dumb to quit. The greatest feel to me is the people that puts this show on. They're down to earth. They're not stuck up. They act like they enjoy you coming, and I believe they do. And that's what makes me like it.
Oh, I think it's great. I've never been down here before. It's a lot of variety of things, a lot more than I thought it was going to be. You know, sculpture and art and jewelry. It's just great.
Tomorrow there will be a children's parade at 4 o'clock on the corner of Albemarle and Jefferson, and there will be stage performances at the amphitheater all day. The first starts at noon. So the next question is, what will the weather be like to be out there tomorrow?
Pretty much a ditto of today, believe it or not. And you know, we started out the day with thunderstorms and a lot of rain, so it was kind of iffy this morning, but it really cleared up rather nicely and we had a nice day. Let's just hope it lasts. I don't think it will, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Yeah, keep your fingers crossed. As far as rain goes and the temperatures, here you go. Take a look. We made it up to 68 degrees today, about 8 to 10 degrees below normal. Temperature-wise, that's pretty cool for this time of year, no doubt about that. As far as the rain goes, only half an inch of rain. We'll talk more about your Memorial Day forecast after this.
I did a great deal of research on the automobile. I looked at the Honda Civic, Ford Probe. I always came back to Hyundai. It's a great car. Perfect on the road. Great pickup. It handled wonderfully. I love the design of the Elantra. It's sleek, classy, car of the 90s. The car is a great buy. It's a smart buy. I got everything I wanted with this car. It impressed me completely. Take a test drive and experience it yourself.
Get air conditioning and other factory options at half price on the Elantra now.
The Quilted Northern Quilters.
First day?
Yes, I'm really nervous.
Don't worry, doll. Just keep quilting.
Because that's what makes Quilted Northern so absorbent. Absorbent? I thought it was quilted to be pretty. It's quilted to create thousands of quilted places for moisture to go.
Not like those flat as a pancake sheets made down the street. All that absorbency leaves you feeling clean.
Nice job, dear. Thanks.
Quilted Northern. Quilted to absorb.
Come on, Pig! Better. Throw it home! Mom! Dinner!
I'll come in a minute.
You don't come in right now.
Oh, none of the other moms are coming in.
Mom, it's KFC!
Gotta go.
Give Mom more time to play. Bring home this KFC meal with 10 pieces of chicken, original recipe or extra tasty crispy, just $13.99.
If you clean your plate, you can go out after dinner.
Isn't it time for some really good chicken?
And that's how we got new cappuccino coolers from General Foods International Coffees. A little milk, a little ice, a lot of nice.
Luigi, ancora un altro! Giuseppe!
New cappuccino coolers. How cool is that?
This is your Storm Team 10 weather with Lisa Fenderson.
Good evening, everyone. A nice looking evening out there tonight. Most of you already seeing clearing skies, comfortable temperatures. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's go ahead and check out the temperatures around the region. In Roanoke, we're reporting 63 degrees at this hour, 64 in Lewisburg, 59 in Hot Springs and Stanton. Also in Galax at 59 degrees. Tracy from Galax called in and said starry skies. What a difference a few hours make, considering we started out the morning with very heavy downpours and even some strong thunderstorms that moved over the region. Finally, that has quieted down. Let's just hope the quiet lasts a while. Don't think it will. We'll talk about that in just a second. As far as the clouds are concerned, we had plenty of them around this morning. You can see it here on the satellite imagery. Most of that has moved offshore, leaving us with a few high clouds at this point, but look behind that. That's going to change. This is indicative of an area of low pressure and a front, a rather stationary front, not going anywhere anytime soon. So that's going to keep the possibility of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast through the middle of next week. At this hour, not a whole lot going on as far as the Virginias are concerned, but look farther west, completely different story. Area of low pressure, rather strong area of low pressure now poised over the Ohio Valley. A lot of folks seeing up to 3 inches of rain and more expected overnight. Also, a couple of tornado watches are posted until 1 o'clock. Central Time, so that is going to continue. Unfortunately, this is going to start moving eastward and bring us the possibility of showers and thunderstorms. No tornadoes expected at this point, but it is a strong enough storm system that will bring us showers and thunderstorms throughout the next couple of days. So keep that in mind as you make your plans for Memorial Day, because that stationary front not going anywhere anytime soon. What we have going on here is an area of high pressure right over the Great Lakes region. We also have high pressure to our south. Cool air and warm air, when these two come together, that's trouble, folks, and that's what usually triggers off the showers and thunderstorms. So as this moves eastward, it's not really going to fluctuate a whole lot. That area of low pressure that is bringing those showers and thunderstorms to the Ohio Valley is going to move a little bit closer to us, and it is going to again present the possibility of showers and thunderstorms throughout the next couple of days. But for now, everything is quiet and cool. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, rather normal for this time of year. For tomorrow, though, we'll start rebounding temperature-wise and see temperatures in about the mid to upper 70s as well. Now, how long will this weather system last? Again, probably through the end of or middle of next week, all the way through Wednesday. We'll keep the possibility of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. So keep that in mind as you make your plans for Memorial Day. Go ahead and keep those umbrellas handy. All right, as far as our artist for the day, Leanne Songer has decided to draw us a very colorful picture, very interesting picture going on there. Unfortunately, tornadoes are no laughing matter, and with the tornado warnings and watches that are out in the Ohio Valley right now, hopefully that will not be the case, because tornadoes are dangerous, no doubt about that. But Leanne did a really good job depicting the tornado there.
Big fascination with tornadoes ever since Twister. All the kids want to draw pictures of tornadoes.
That's right. That's true. It's that was an interesting movie, and unfortunately, it's a very dangerous situation. And hopefully, we'll just stick to maybe a few thunderstorms around here, though.
And like we said, we'll keep our fingers crossed for tomorrow.
That's right. And Monday.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Well, we do have some breaking news to bring to you this evening. This is just in from police in Rocky Mount. A Rocky Mount man was shot in the head tonight and surprisingly drove himself to the hospital. Now, it happened in the parking lot of a McDonald's located on Pell Avenue. Police tell us that the man and his girlfriend were riding around in the parking lot when the girlfriend's ex-boyfriend showed up. Police say he tried to get into the car and then the driver opened fire. The victim is now at Roanoke Memorial. That is all the information we have. No word on his condition, and police do say they have the gunman in custody, but he has not been charged. So we will keep you up to date. Coming up next in sports, the Virginia basketball team loses another player. Plus, the Bulls and the Pacers go down to the wire, and Mark McGuire continues his home run rampage. Justin will have the details next.
Now that's crazy.
Cheesecake flavor from Philadelphia. A sweet taste of heaven. Anytime you want.
This is Imagine TV.
Look at all this inventory. If we could just think of a big name for a sale, we could get all these clothes out. Clothes out!
It's customer appreciation time at your Mercury dealer. Get $500 cash back or 5.9% APR on Grand Marquis. You can also get additional customer appreciation savings of up to $1,000 on select Lincoln and Mercury vehicles.
What do you think, the red or the blue?
It's a tie. Till next time, imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Anytime, any day, anything. The Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. It's life, listed alphabetically.
There's only one
Next, Rosie. She's the star of Broadway's Cabaret. Natasha Richardson is here. And from the blockbuster Godzilla is Hank Azaria.
You do all these voices on The Simpsons. I didn't even know that about you.
Yeah, I do a lot of voices on The Simpsons. I do Apu, the Quickie Mart attendant.
Plus,
Happy birthday to you, the big 7-0.
Rosie's got a birthday surprise for Rosemary Clooney. Next time.
Rosie O'Donnell, Monday at 9 a.m. Only on News Channel 10.
Mama's got the night, Daddy's running the show. You wanna keep me happy is what you gotta know. I want the blues.
Kids love the cheesiest, Kraft cheese and macaroni.
This is News Channel 10 Sports with Justin Ditmore.
Michael Jordan may be the king of late-game heroics, but the Pacers' Reggie Miller is certainly a member of the court. Other than Jordan, Miller may be the most dangerous player in the NBA when it comes down to crunch time. Jordan and the Bulls facing Miller and the Pacers in Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals today. Pick it up in the fourth quarter, Reggie Miller for three. Knocks it down, gives the Pacers a 92-87 lead. Miller again for three. This on a bad ankle makes it 95-89. Miller one more time with a jumper makes it 97-89. 2 minutes to go. Looks like it's over. Oh yeah, the Bulls do have Michael Jordan. Couple seconds left. Jordan knocks down a three-pointer, makes it 103-102 Indiana. But that is as close as the Bulls can get. Reggie Miller pours in 28, and Indiana wins at 107-105. Game 4 is Monday. Closer to home, Chase Matheny has become the third player to leave the University of Virginia basketball team since Pete Gillen took over as head coach. Today, the school announced the 7-4 center will not return to the team next season because of a chronic hip problem. That leaves Gillen with just 5 scholarship players. And to add to the troubles, incoming recruit Chris Williams from Birmingham, Alabama, has asked to be released from his letter of intent to attend UVA. But Gillen says he does not plan to release the incoming freshman. On to baseball, the Richmond Spiders were eliminated from the College World Series today. Richmond falls to Florida 15-3. VCU also in a must-win game today, and the Rams pull it out, beating the Citadel 3-2 in 11 innings. VCU will play for a trip to the College World Series tomorrow afternoon. Closer to home, the Division III baseball tournament got underway in Salem today. Eastern Connecticut facing top seed Wisconsin Oshkosh. We pick it up in the fourth inning. Wisconsin in the white. Eastern Connecticut's John Gers sends it deep to right center. Falls in for a triple. 2-run score. The Warriors up 7-1. Bottom of the sixth, Oshkosh. Jason Kunder at the plate sends a sacrifice fly to right field. That scores a run, but Eastern Connecticut still led this one 7-2. Connecticut also flashing some leather in center field. Steven Rembiz with the nice sliding grab. Eastern Connecticut wins it today, knocking off the #1 seed, 9-3. On to the majors, Mike Piazza making his New York Met debut today at Shea Stadium. Piazza would get a standing ovation all 4 times he came to the plate, and he did contribute. He was 1 for 4 with an RBI triple in the 5th inning. The Mets won this one by a final of 3-0. On to St. Louis. Guess who's back up to his old tricks? Mark McGwire in the 4th inning. Watch how fast this ball leaves the stadium. Maybe a second, maybe two. A laser over the left field wall. It's his 22nd home run of the year. He's not done. In the 5th inning, McGwire up one more time. Boom. That's over the left center field wall, 477 feet. That's number 23 on the season. He is on pace to hit 80 home runs this season. On to golf. Roanoke Senior Pro Billy King shot a 73 in today's second round of the Bell Atlantic Classic. The Blue Hills Pro is at 3 over par for 36 holes. Hockey, Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals between Washington and Buffalo. It came down to the second period, scoreless game. Buffalo, though, Miroslav Shatan skates in, doesn't get it once, but puts home the rebound. They score twice in the second period. Buffalo gets the victory tonight. They lead the series 1-0 2-0 is your final score. On to soccer, the Roanoke Wrath hosting Wilmington tonight at Victory Stadium. The Wrath looking for its 4th win of the season. Let's head out to the stadium. First game for the Wrath at Victory Stadium. This one a defensive battle. Wilmington gets a corner kick here, but Roanoke goalie Danny Britton there with the nice save, and the game would remain scoreless. The Wrath have a scoring chance in the first half as well. Check this out. Grayson Perelman gets the ball and gets a shot, but the Wilmington goalie is there to make the save. Roanoke would find the net twice in the second half, though. The Wrath get their 4th win of the year. 2-0 is your final score. Mark McGwire is going to hit 80 home runs. He can do it. He's got 23, and this is May.
He's just in the groove, isn't he?
He's got like 7 home runs in his last 5 games.
Because I remember the last game he had like 2 or maybe 3, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean they all travel like close to 500 feet. I mean they're not just cheap home runs. The only park that they'd stay in is like Yellowstone.
He's good.
I mean, he's pretty good.
We'll keep our eyes on him. Right. Thank you, Justin. Well, still to come, you've probably fed the birds before, maybe some ducks or a squirrel. How about a wild hyena? This guy's getting quite a reputation, and he does not care that sometimes they bite the hands that feed them.
The all-new Passport from Honda. Not only is it easy to look at, but with shift-on-the-fly four-wheel drive, it'll be easy-going in tough weather. The new 205-horsepower V6 engine will easily handle mountain roads. And the air conditioning, power windows, and door locks, and 6-speaker AM/FM stereo cassette will make it easy to get used to. But the best part is how easy it'll be on your wallet. Lease a Passport 4-wheel drive LX for $299 a month for 36 months and a $2,000 down payment. Now, wasn't that easy?
How's your weekend?
Oh, we went to Dollywood to ride that new Daredevil Falls. Picture this. You're cruising down this river, and then you go straight up the side of this mountain, and then zip, boom, ziggity, zaggity, ah! And then up, out of the dark, and then, 50 miles an hour right down the side of this mountain, and then, Ah, the kids loved it.
What about you?
You know I'm afraid of heights.
Ride America's highest, fastest water ride, Daredevil Falls. New at Dollywood.
News Channel 10 listens to you for your concerns. We hear what's important to you and take action in our newscast. Recently, this Roanoke man told us about trash that flowed downstream from a city park and washed ashore into his yard. News Channel 10 listened, and the city responded by installing a fence to catch the trash.
We're thankful that Channel 10 was able to get through the bureaucracy and the red tape and get this thing moving on to where it's going to be cleaned up and maybe our house won't wash on down the creek.
At News Channel 10, we're in your neighborhoods, covering your stories, listening to you.
For the name you trust and the taste they love, just whistle.
You'll find top brand savings in every department right now at Circuit City. All camcorders $4.99 and up, big screen TVs and hi-fi stereo VCRs are on sale. All appliances, home audio, and cordless phones are on sale too. This 4-head VCR is just $99.99. Save $50 on this RCA 8mm camcorder, just $399.99. And get free delivery on all appliances $3.99 and up. Like this Whirlpool 18 cubic foot refrigerator, just $529.99. Now at Circuit City.
Finally, tonight, he spends his day tending his crops, and at night, he's known as the Hyena Man. A farmer in Ethiopia is pretty popular these days for feeding the hyenas. He says they're friendly, and that so far, they've only attacked him 3 times. But he says the hyenas showed remorse after the attacks, and that's why he doesn't think they'll bite him again. The hyenas are wild animals, of course, capable of fighting ferociously for any scrap of meat they find. The farmer is planning to teach his 7-year-old son how to carry on the tradition.
Okay.
That's pretty crazy, if you ask me.
That's nuts.
That's our news for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for Saturday Night Live, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
ABC.